Do you remember what you predicted on our show for Auburn's record?
I remember the record. I remember. I think I said 8-4, and
Correct.
I think the next thing you'd ask, did I predict the Iron Bowl win or loss? I believe I predicted a loss. So am I correct? And if you got those,
You said a win. You had so
I
I
did.
guess you kind of did it two ways. When you first went through it, you said win in the Iron Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, hey, where are you predicting your four losses? And it was kind of like Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, maybe one other. But you said, I think we get that one.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, because for our point, we had 10-2.
Yeah.
And we don't like to exactly predict the two, but we were like the games we were more scared of was at Georgia, out South Carolina, at Auburn. And so we kind of went back and forth with it. But yes, you did have 8-4, but your first thought was, let's just stick with Auburn winning this one and losing 4 somewhere else.
Okay.
So
that does sound somewhat familiar now. I guess I'm so jaded by what's happened this season that I'm trying to just say I predicted. Yeah, say I actually predicted the loss here to make it look better.
Yes. Well, to set the stage now, going into this, the situation that I know Bama fans wanted to avoid. Alabama having to have a win to get into the playoffs, and Auburn needing a win to get bowl eligible, and they have now coincided. So was that as the table is set, how are you feeling going into the Iron Bowl with all that at stake?
Got nothing to lose, man. I mean, listen, we need a bowl win or a bowl game to go and get a bowl win because we haven't had one of those in a few years now by our own doing. But Auburn really has nothing to lose here. And I'm not saying this out of a place of arrogance, but this just comes from talking and listening to Alabama fans in the weeks leading up to this, but also this week so far. I'm so surprised with the uneasiness that I have with the Alabama fans that I have spoken with or interacted with that I'm experiencing from y'all's end. So to me, I think there's a confidence that Auburn has, and you have that because it's at home. You've seen what Auburn's been able to do with much lesser teams the last 2 times there. It's a night game. You have the elements of what's on the line for Auburn, and of course, Alabama. To me, when a season like this has gone on, and then you're blessed with a game that truly means something other than just the pure hatred of the rivalry, that just makes it, and for me personally, that makes it exciting. I think a lot of the Auburn fan base would relate with that sentiment as well, because this means something still on top of what it already means.
Oh no, absolutely. And no, I'm one of those Alabama fans who's feeling uneasy. When we got to the LSU game, we had 3 SEC games left, and we're like, you can only afford to lose one. So it's like, well, one, you probably with the rankings can probably only afford to lose the Oklahoma game because they were the only ranked team at that time. I said, but you do not want this exact situation where you do lose that game and now you've got to get the win at Auburn. And then our uneasiness comes from when we started this last little stretch. I said, these are the 3 best defenses we're going to play, I think, in order of how good they are. Starting at LSU, which was no slouch, move up to Oklahoma. And I think Auburn, because of the offense, they're not getting the credit they deserve. But there's plenty of us in Alabama think that defense is world-class and easily championship caliber and should be the best in the SEC, period. So when you see the uneasiness from us, there's a lot of factors that go into it. And then you get a night game and the voodoo magic. And honestly, even winning 5 in a row seems like it works against you because, that's not going to last forever either. So it's kind of, can you throw everything in one pot and make it against us? And that's what you've done. So,
yeah, listen, the 5, obviously you could do the reverse fear the thumb thing if y'all get this one here, which is ironic because that's the last time that the night game happened in Jordan-Hare. Quentin Groves standing up there doing the thumb and holding up the 5 and the 6, all that for beating Alabama 6 times in a row. I know Alabama fans of new age, that actually did happen. There was a time where Auburn was just whipping tail up and down, left and right, but those are long gone for right now.
Raj and I became fans in '94 when we moved to Alabama from Germany. That was in the Army. So we are the humble fans who know, oh no, we remember these these days that all you Saban babies have somehow just pushed away. No, we remember these things.
And so I guess you guys just missed out on the '92 championship then?
Yep.
Oh man, y'all did enter a time where it wasn't terrible, but then it got bad and then came back out. Okay. Yeah, that's super.
Yeah, and we remember
that's a nice foundation you're coming from on that. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different angles we can talk about on this Iron Bowl, and I'm truly shocked that we have so many angles other than just the rivalry
Yeah.
aspect of it. So much on the line. I'm truly, truly looking forward to this one, even more so than I normally would. I don't want to sit here and say that we're going to have the same type of feeling that I had before the 2013 Iron Bowl, and I don't say that just to play it up because it was the kick six, and I had no clue what was going to happen. But there was something in the air
Mhm.
around Auburn because I was there the day before. I spent the night. I had graduated from college 2 years before that, so I still had friends on town. So I had a ticket to the game, and I just remember walking around campus at night and being like, something's going on here. It's just more than the energy of the typical Iron Bowl because it's still Thanksgiving week. It's usually pretty dead around town until people start pulling in or late Friday or whatever. So there's a little bit of that I think in the air, especially with it being a night game. Will it translate into an Auburn win? Who knows? But
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
All right, let's get into a couple quick breakdowns, and then we'll close it out. First one up, Alabama offense, which has definitely been sputtering by anybody's measure, and in a tight game, we also don't have a kicker, so both of these things seem to not be going in our favor.
What's new?
I know. It wasn't new for like 3 or 4 years, and we all forgot. And then it's like, oh, this is what it's always been like. We try to put that out of our memory.
When we had the bad kicking with Alex McPherson, who has, I don't know if you followed his story, all his health issues and stuff like that. And he had his bad year last year, barely able to play. We joked and said, this is what it feels like to be Alabama with kickers. Like we're just having this many. But anyway, sorry. There's one joke about that.
It's hey, we're taking them all. So there's nothing else to say. But from your perspective, then, with all that going on, how does this Alabama offense match up with the Auburn defense?
It's probably less to do with Alabama specifically and just everybody in general. Everyone seems to have had success attacking Auburn in its defensive back area over the middle, whether that's some short slants right over the middle, deep post over the middle, underneath the safeties. If you can hit underneath the safeties, you're finding some room this year a little bit Auburn. Now, what I will counter that with, you got to adjust to DJ Durkin's adjustments because if he catches you in enough time in his adjustments as a defensive coordinator, the Alabama offense is not going to be able to exploit that for long.
Right.
Now, the benefit Alabama's offense has is some people would tell you that since his time is split right now to some degree.
That was going to be my next question.
Will there be some fall off? People will point to the Vanderbilt game and say, oh, look, he had to split his time, so you had a much worse performance. And it's so easy to make those points without actually thinking it through. It's probably just you caught a really good offense at home on the week where they've had some time to really prepare for you.
Right.
From what I understand, you correct me if I'm wrong, Alabama's offense is struggling to find consistency in the running game. Am I correct in that?
Well, we don't have a running game, so there's no struggle to find consistency. We just, hey, what's the old meme? Can't have trouble in the running game if you have no running game.
So, there you go. So
we don't. Let me put it even further for you. We often don't know what our running back rotation is or our offensive line. We settled on a whole new group of starters on the right side for the Oklahoma game. So there's your answer. Probably a little more than wanted, but yes,
I mean, that puts it in perspective. It puts it in perspective for me because I see these things just from watching from afar, but I don't want to assume that I've got the full picture of everything.
Right.
But that was my understanding of what y'all's running game situation was. And if that's the case, that is definitely going to be a problem for Alabama because Auburn has shut down the majority of the run games it's come across. If not the most of them. I think through the air is usually where people were making some headwind. So that's what Alabama's offense has got to do. They've got to find a way to continue to have success passing over and if they can find success running the ball against Auburn's defense, then when I mean success over 100, if you got a rusher over 100 yards this game, you're going to win the football game. I just think because that's going to be like the thing that breaks the camel's back, so to speak, because of that's been the thing they could lean on as a defense, that they've been so locked down in the run game. So maybe that's an area to watch for Alabama's offense. Can they exploit or find a way to get the run game going? But definitely, if I'm them, attack the middle over the air.
Yeah. Which also, you say that, and our starting tight end is out for the game, Josh Cuevas.
Oh, okay.
He's probably going to miss this game too as well. So that I'm just keep giving you reasons. Like if Alabama goes out and
so
scores
good
like,
right now.
One of our good buddy Randy, he always does this to me before Alabama and Georgia, and he's like, "Oh, you know this and this and that and that, and Bama by 50." And I'm like, I don't believe any of it. Like it's still
rat poison.
Yes. Well, we actually, Kat, if you're watching this video, she'll appreciate this. She calls it Husky droppings now because of the new coach. So she has transitioned, but it's all the same. I don't.
Gotcha.
You take all of it. These are facts that I'm giving you, but we both know. I feel like this is going to be a tight one, no matter what we say, and it's going to be crazy.